Hello, and welcome back to the Mania 7K World Cup 2025. I am one of your commentators, Certain Knight, Surf85, and alongside with me, returning to the booth after one of the craziest matches in OSU World Cup history outright, Potassium F.
That was not an understatement whatsoever. That was kind of insane, and I might be spending half of this match also recovering from that one. But it is also going to be an exciting one. South Korea versus China, seed number 1 versus seed number 2. Both of these teams have been kind of crushing their way to get here into this winners bracket final. Both of them, of course, guaranteed top 3. They are both in the podium, straight up. But whoever wins this match is going to be secured top 2 in that grand finals match. The loser is going to go down to the losers bracket to face the Philippines.
Indeed, and then in addition to what you mentioned, the winner of this match also obtains a twice-to-beat advantage in the grand finals match next weekend. Team South Korea entered this match after defeating Japan last weekend. Team China, on the other hand, came here winning against Team Philippines in honestly two really amazing two matches that we saw amazing scores on for both fronts. I mean, South Korea, Japan almost went to tiebreaker. China, Philippines, well, only one chart away from a tiebreaker.
Yeah,
so I guess maybe
this top four just kind of seems cracked. Just in general, we have an extremely high level for all of these players in these teams, and I'm looking for these players to put on the same level of performance that we saw just before, if not better, being from the winners bracket. I was just gonna say, I actually was thinking, like, what if South Korea protects EX3? Because that would be the biggest power move in the history of protects, I think. But China does ban that one out. Yeah,
EX3 is out. I think I saw China also protecting LN1.
Yes,
so that's the inverse chart being protected. Pretty expected for one of the strongest LN teams in the entire roster.
Yeah,
I mean, you saw them defeat the other noodle team of the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just like such a strong LN team China is. They're kind of like LN1, LN4 specialists. Like, that is where they really shine and get these absolutely ridiculous team scores. So South Korea is going to ban LN4, no question. It was always going to be one of those maps that South Korea bans. LN1 is the protect, so LN4 is the ban. And it looks like South Korea probably going to be wanting to pick towards that rice pool, maybe even towards EX1. I would expect might be the very first pick for them.
Well, let's see what the strategies are going to be here. I mean, I mentioned, like, there are some teams that tend to usually pick the harder stuff early in the match. Like, at least EX1, EX2 are like the stuff that would still belong in that spectrum. EX3 is just something else.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be a tech pick first. Very interesting first pick coming out of South Korea. One of the least straightforward of all, and the shortest map. I think one of the shortest maps in the pool by far. So this is going to be one where we might be seeing some point swings back and forth if teams are making some early mistakes in this match.
Well, I think South Korea is going to be banking on the inconsistencies coming from China. I would think this is mostly reliant on their second player. I think Turks, you'd expect them to be able to keep up with the Rice. I think, like, pretty sure Turks is China's best Rice player as of now.
Turks is also China's kind of scaling monster on their side as well. Turks does get extremely good as the tournament progresses, especially into these hard ones. He is the player that can hold on to the combo, but on the other side, you have Dressurf. Like, my god, in a finals to grand finals pool, Dressurf is like the last name that you would want to be seeing on the opposing team. He is the player that can take over these matches. And I mean, paired up with players like YZ and Kalkai, South Korea is, you would say, the best scaling team in the entire tournament. That's why they are seed number 1.
Indeed. Also, I think we might have missed it in commentary, but just to mention, South Korea protected EX1.
Oh, okay. That is a very good protect, honestly, by them.
Yeah.
AF does find a very early miss into this one. And Turk's actually off to a pretty rough start for the accuracy, down below 99%. So going to need to spend a while building that act back up.
And honestly, like this early on, a few more misses coming from AF. And honestly, like if South Korea already leads a chart by around this margin, in a Rise chart, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to catch up. But we're seeing a few inconsistencies here come from YZ, but the lead, it's actually not decreasing despite all of it.
Yeah, look at the act differences. Right now, AF is holding 98.4, while both of the South Koreans are in that mid-99s. Turks managing to kind of keep up the accuracy a little bit, matching YZ's score, but Dressurf is completely unmatched, still holding that full combo.
Yeah, Dressurf has been holding on to the combo very well. YZ finding yet another drop, but it's not really affecting the lead here for South Korea. They're actually gaining a few more points as we see China drop a bit more accuracy before we enter this break section. Like the final quarter of this chart though, well, everything just becomes pretty crazy. Like this is an extremely technical chart.
And even though it is so short, 40,000 points is very safe. At least it feels like that for South Korea. They still hold their accuracies. Dressurf has some bizarre score right now. If we're going to see it to completion.
Surely now, like, regardless if it's a full combo or not, like a 99.5, 99.6% accuracy on this chart is
986k,
crazy.
I think that was. 10-200s on the tech pick as well is not what you would expect coming out of anyone else. Just generally, this accuracy from South Korea, despite the 4 misses from YZ, is just too much for China to come back from. This is 1-0. South Korea confidently winning on their own pick, and they're off to a good start.
Now for Team China, Satori immediately coming in for AF, so this is definitely them going to be picking what? LN1 most likely.
Yeah, just straight away, I would say, if they want. I mean, Satori coming in is definitely a very telling sign. You're expecting one of these LN picks to come out, for sure.
But surely, they have to go for LN1, I would think, because, again, it's their safest point.
I mean, okay, I wouldn't use the word safe, but definitely their best opportunity there. The one that China is the best at relatively.
Fair enough. I just don't think that, right now, I don't think this is the time you pick LN2, LN3, or EX2. Like, not yet. Go for LN... Oh no, they're going for LN2.
Going for LN2, yeah. They want to save that LN1. Perhaps get a bit of the more of a coin flip map out of the way early to save your most comfortable pick till later on into the match might be the idea. But this one is very risky as well. Of course, South Korea good at every map. China also should be very strong at this one, having Satori in here as well. So it's going to come down really to the individual misses in this one, because I expect both teams to be comfortable enough to be able to. They have the skill to get the full combos, but it's just on the day whether or not you do find that unfortunate miss here or there.
Okay, Van Wilder coming in for Turks.
Wait.
And actually, I forgot that Van Wilder should be able to play this.
This is an interesting combination. I'm always so interested seeing. I saw this combination last week as well, Satori and Van Wilder. 2 players that in my head, I know they're LN players, but I never expect to see play together because they have such different LN abilities, right? Like Satori is that accuracy LN player. Van Wilder is the combo LN player.
Yeah, I think with Van Wilder really coming into these matches, like it's just a sign that the pool is difficult enough for them to be, that anchor player once we get to stuff like this.
I think the issue is I remember seeing, I saw some 980k scores from the other match here. If South Korea can pull off similar scores, Van Wilder is going to need to step it up in terms of the accuracy.
Yeah, that's the only hard part here. So far, so good though, accuracy-wise. But now that we enter these harder patterns, Dresser finding the first drop of South Korea in this chart. Team China will be picking up a almost 3,000 point lead for the meantime. You have to pay attention to Van Wilder's accuracy here for the most part. If they're able to keep up, Van Wilder finds a miss though. Like,
Still
it's
ahead
enough
of Dresser though.
Yeah.
Van Wilder's accuracy is very high, 99.5, and it's just YZ making the difference right now. This is all of the 1,000 point lead to South Korea.
Yeah, like the miss is pretty much enough for South Korea to pick up the lead, and like they have this similar advantage as what China had over the past few moments, but still well within manageable means here for Team China. Now here we come to this LN break section.
Not a break.
In both ways. We call this an LN break section.
LN combo break section, for sure.
But seems like there's no combo breaks though, with these reverse shields. The lead is still super close. This is barely any advantage.
Yeah, one miss difference, 2,000 points only. This could swing back in a matter of seconds. And we're into this last dense section of the map now. Misses should start coming in now or never.
No one has found any of these misses. No, like that full LN section, everyone just went through that fine. Like barely anyone barely dropping accuracy. If any 100 accuracy is gone. Satori's combo is gone though. We still have YZ and Dresser holding on to pretty sizable combos, and this will just mean South Korea will be building their lead, but there's a miss coming from Dresser. I'm not sure if this is enough.
Not enough by itself, but how YZ fighting a miss as well, but Satori does trade it out. It's going to be safe in favor of South Korea, and I was holding my breath for a minute there because YZ's accuracy is ridiculous. That's 99.7. I don't think we've seen a 99.7 on anything other than the Jack pick.
Yeah, that's the pools this week, but YZ. What consistency. Also, Van Wilder missing out on the full combo by way of an LN break. I just noticed like 0 misses coming from them.
Yeah, very unfortunate there, but just slipping out of China's fingers there. South Korea managing to take an early break point, and they have their Rice pick still up. They have their Extreme 1. That is still there, the EX1 pick.
Now, for South Korea, like, I think this is for the most part, just continue with what you have in mind, like this exhausting Rice pool. We have EX1 in there as well.
Rice 1. No, South Korea can pick Rice 1 as well.
Yeah, Rice 1. 2 and 6 are a bit in the... Oh no, they're going EX1.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, EX1, Rice 1, kind of along the same lines of the Rice 4 that we saw, the technical picks. They want to really drag China outside their comfort zone. They're saying, you know, South Korea, they're the team that has the better physicality. They're the team that has the better comfort when it reaches the more difficult maps. So they're picking the least comfortable, difficult maps there are. EX1 being one of those for sure.
I was about to mention, like, Rice 2 and Rice 6 might be something that China should be able to play. Like, be able to keep up with South Korea. So I don't think that Rice 2, Rice 6 must be picked this early. Like, just get the safer options out of the way, and then just see what happens later on.
I think that's a good idea.
As it stands, like but with South Korea actually getting a point on the LNs, on the more physical LNs, EX2 might be on the cards here for South Korea, despite how close LN2 ended.
Yeah, I think, like, for China, the easier maps might end up being closer because you saw, you know, it was flickering back and forth with South Korea finding the early misses in the previous map. If China does manage to hold on to their combos, they can win it off of just a couple of mistakes from the other side. But as the maps get harder and harder, it is very possible that, you know, misses don't matter anymore because you have that accuracy advantage.
Now, we're just gonna have to see who performs well on this monstrosity of a chart.
I mean, I know China do have the physicality to keep up with this one as well. Like, Turks and AF, they are both, like, top 50 in terms of the ranking for very good reason. Turks has been a mainstay in the Chinese team, made multiple top 50s because of his own performance as well in these late game matches.
Yeah, Turks isn't just like an amazing player for these kinds of charts. Like Turks is also one of the best rice charters in the game. Like Turks just knows what they're doing. Like, there's a reason why they could chart stuff like this, like really hard stuff, because they can definitely play them.
Okay, just waiting for all of the players to get synced up here, and we're all in now. Long one, this one, at 3 minutes long, and it's going to have quite a few different sections playing with different types of rice patterns. The rice mixed pick, you would say.
Like ridiculous accuracy early on already for South Korea, but YZ finding a few 200s, dropping them to 99.4. This will keep this chart close for the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to the misses, though. Accuracy is not going to matter so much because we don't expect to see really any full combos here. We are going to be seeing misses at some point. The only matter is when and from which team will they come.
Everyone so far so good, though. Everyone doing the sweeps pretty well. But now Turks.
First miss there, drops down to 99.2. Still not too far behind in the accuracy, but South Korea starting to pull ahead now.
Yeah, YZ has gained enough accuracy to put them just on par with Dresser. AF also has worse accuracy than their South Korean counterparts, but that's a big one.
That was 0.3% accuracy right away. You saw that score lead just shrink. And now it's very close between the two teams.
And I think that was like an entire chord being missed by YZ, but AF trading it, make that 2. Ooh. And the full game reset from Team China puts the lead immediately to 20,000 points. You saw how that lead dropped, now hit spiked.
Yeah, those mini jacks absolutely shredded China there, dropping all the way down. AF still struggling down to 98.6. Both the South Koreans above 99%. Dressurf on the 99.5 still.
Yeah, that sequence wasn't what China was needing, at least if they want to score their first point. But as it says, like, what are these combos? Like Dresser, I don't think I still think this is a full combo, right?
I'm not saying anything. I say nothing. I do not speak of that name. But the other players now building their combo back up as we're getting into the last intense section of the map towards the end here. 36,000 points. It seems like an absolute dominant lead right now. AF finding another miss towards the end here.
And Turks and YZ finding a trade, and that will just help South Korea gain more of this lead. This advantage that they have is so big now. Any misses, like, I would think South Korea would need like to miss like this entire section as it is. My God,
this is why you're scared of Dressurf. He 986 on the EX pick. EX won the hardest rice map of this entire pool, and he's just treating it like it's easy.
Best ratio, best combo. Look at the 200 count.
Yeah, dominant 200 count. I mean, really strong 200 counts on YZ and Turks as well. But obviously the misses going, the lack of misses, I should say, going a massive way there for Korea. And China now, they need to get one on the board. They're going to go with their protect. LN1, the inverse pick now.
That's Sayuri07's in the chat, please. Anyways, Team China, Satori coming in. I presume Van Wilder might be going in for this one as well. Yeah, this is... Like, what scares me really is that while we all know that South Korea can definitely perform on the rise, like, this pick is well within South Korea's territory of like playing territory. I think like that's the thing with this. That's the thing with these difficult pools now.
But yeah, that's the thing with China. The kind of China's struggle right now is that no matter what they pick, there is nothing that they can really pick that will throw Korea off of their comfort zone. There is no such thing as an uncomfortable map for South Korea when it comes to these picks. They are just that good into the late game. It's more about China finding their own comfort, and this is their comfort map. This should be the one that they should win, if anything.
Yeah, and they need to sharpshoot here as well because South Korea will not be giving them any breathing room. So far, so good though. Like this part, you just need to try gain as much accuracy as you can because once you enter like the broken inverted streams at the chorus of the song, that's that's what I think the misses will be coming in.
And misses can be so messy in patterns like that as well. But right now, 1,000 points, so both even between the two teams. It is going to come down to any combo breaks when we do see them. Here we go into the first chorus.
And here comes the broken streams, man. While they're missing on a reverse shield, give South Korea a bit more breathing room now. But YZ manages to find a trade. It's also the South Korea's best accuracy as well. But look at the advantage. Like it did not drop that much. Well,
Yeah,
not
no,
that much to do it.
yes,
No, it
second
doesn't.
miss might be enough. It's kind of flickering back over, but it's not really a lead for either team right now. The accuracy's still in favor of South Korea, despite Satori having the highest accuracy in the lobby. One full combo each to each team.
Yeah, I think this is reliant on who recovers their misses a bit more. This is extremely close. YZ and Van Wilder,
Bit
the
of an act
only
drop there for
players that
Dresser.
had misses. Yeah, that act drop will be helping China a bit, but Van Wilder has recovered their accuracy just enough to a point to keep this within 1,000 points.
Oh my god,
YZ, YZ
300
might want
points.
to, yeah. I think this is pretty much like who carries the best accuracy at the end. A single miss from any of these two full combos will also change the dynamic here.
Change the dynamic. It's going to massively flip the score either way. Van Wilder gets quite a few 200s on these sweeps right now, but maintains the combo importantly. Still just 1,000 points in favor of South Korea. Few 200s from South Korea there as well. And it's still 3-digit point gap.
Yeah, how is this still within 1,000 points? Now China with a very slight lead. But again, this is not safe at
Oh,
all. This is
YZ.
going away. Why comes a drop? But the lead is still within manageable levels here
What
for
is it?
South
Only
Korea.
1,000 points. One drop was only worth
Dresser,
1,000. Dresser drops the full combo. 5,000 now for China, the biggest lead we've seen anyone have in this map so far. And it's towards the end of the map now. China need to hold on if they want to guarantee their first point. Dresser finding another drop there. Van Wilder trading.
Finding it. One more substantial combo left for Team China. Only a few moments left. This is now Team China, like a few moments away from scoring the first point in this match. They just need to take this home now.
Hold on, these patterns are not easy though.
Close.
And oh my god, Satori with the full combo, the only one, and the highest accuracy as well at that.
99.5, 29,200s.
And this is why China protected it. Such a strong team score. Despite South Korea holding close the entire way.
And now, this is why we mentioned that China are LN1, LN4 specialists. Like, this team score should be enough evidence to say why.
Oh, absolutely. They were just comboing the entire second half of the map as hard as those patterns got. While South Korea found those misses here and there, they have that ability in them. And now they're putting one on the board. They're back in this match. This is where they're going to need to start coming back from this point deficit, because remember, South Korea is still one break point up.
Yeah, like, while the score advantage, the advantage is still in South Korea's favor, like especially with how the pool has been set up. Like China is well within striking distance. Like a single breakpoint will definitely change how things will be seen. And now here comes another daily reminder about ET Blocko.
You know, I kind of like this pick, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, because think about South Korea, where they've been winning on so far in their own picks. It's been, I mean, yeah, sure, the harder rise patterns, but it's also been in the accuracy. And this pick, 4 minutes long, over 4 minutes long, with the number of notes in this one. If you don't have at least accuracy parity, your combo does not matter. The other team can miss like 10 times, and if you're not at least keeping up with the accuracy, you will not win that one. And that's what South Korea is relying on here. If South Korea wins the accuracy battle, it won't matter if they miss a few times.
Now, let's see how that theory holds. Especially in a pick where, like, yeah, sure, it's called L inconsistency. But it's just one thing to be able to maintain the accuracy. Like, being able to pull through with it is another, like, easier said than done. And now we see YZ finding a pretty uncharacteristic drop here. Like, but the accuracy is still really high.
Yeah, look, we're going to see this point being made very quickly here, because look at these accuracies right now. Dressurf and YZ, the two highest accuracies in the lobby. And if this continues on, that one miss is going to be rendered completely obsolete over time.
Yeah, this is a pretty long pick. And it will be help as well if China finds some accuracy drops throughout this entire chart. Everyone getting through the sweeps just fine. And YZ should also start gaining some accuracy as well. Like, I haven't seen a few to this. Well, there's one. And then he finds a drop.
One miss apiece, but you can see now accuracy favoring South Korea, 2,000 points in their favor.
And you already see the lead has been increasing quickly. A few more drops coming from AF, and now South Korea, I'd say, are gonna start commanding this chart to their favor.
Yeah, Turks is doing a really good job right now keeping up with YZ's accuracy, so Turks beating out that score, but AF falling a little bit behind with those few misses, and Dressurf is doing some Dressurf things, 99.82 with the full combo.
And the mini jack has tripped AF once again. It's a miracle. It's surprising we still have two full combos here.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, China, or not really liking mini jacks in general between this one and Rise 4 earlier. Finding a lot of breaks on those ones. And we'll see now 15,000 points in the lead for South Korea. They have this combo, have not missed since that first miss from YZ, 400 notes into the map.
This is crazy.
Dressurf's ratio, I think, is like 1 to 12 or something ridiculous like that. I'm just throwing that out there right now.
Have we seen a 200 coming from Dressurf?
Yes, he has 200. That's why I'm saying he's gotten 200s, but he's still on 99.83.
Okay, there's one. Like, I didn't notice a green tick on their score meter until now.
No, they definitely did have some earlier. They dropped from 99.85 to 99.81. I was watching, but my god.
Still two full combos, one for each side of your screen, and right now, YZ has practically recovered there. Dressurf's full combo now is gone, but it's not going to be changing the advantage South Korea has for now. Like, it's not going to be enough. AF manages to trade. Like, you need a breakdown coming from YZ here to help reduce this lead. Another miss coming from AF a few moments ago will be helping South Korea stretch things a bit more.
So hard to come back from 25,000 points. AF still missing. But even if he didn't miss, the amount that it takes to come back from 25,000 points is just too much. YZ finding a miss finally there. But you can see score lead not dented, growing still.
Yeah, and that's pretty much South Korea's 4th point.
I need to look at this ratio. This is 99.8 with multiple 200s and a miss. This
has to be like 112? 113?
To 110. I think that's just like 1 to 10 or something.
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
1 is to 10.
Oh, that's gross. Half the the 300 count of the Chinese players. And I mean, the Chinese players have some excellent ratio themselves. Shout out to Turks for the only full combo in the lobby, but ultimately not enough to beat a 991 from Dressurf.
That is nuts. Like, honestly, this is a Korjak score.
This is a really high like team performance. Looking at Dressurf, YZ, and Turks, this lobby is just kind of out of control. AF, that score would fit right into any other team in the tournament, but unfortunately, they're faced against South Korea today.
Yeah, like the ratio game from Dressurf this World Cup has been insane. Like, they've been holding to that since the very beginning of this World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to see that in a map like this. Like, really, at this stage of the tournament, you should not really need to care about your ratio that much. Like, this is the stage where really, if you hold combo, you will win. But Dressurf going that extra mile.
Yeah, like combo, like surviving, like being able to get through the entire chart in one piece is already the game really here. Like, this what separates the Plutonians from the Martians. Doing the ET analogy here is the accuracy, really.
And here we go, the, I guess, second last LN pick of the pool here, but the last LN pick of the regular section, that is. So LN3, the more consistency-based one coming out for China.
Yep. Countering the consistency-based rice pick of the previous one. Also, this is one of the 3 OC originals we have for this map pool. Cutting Edge, Insane Artifact by Marmalade Butcher. Interestingly enough, for Turks and Van Wilder as a duo, I think the reason might be Turks might be just more comfortable with these faster LN charts. Like, LN1 and LN4 are considerably slower than this one.
I think Satori, as good as they are, it's like more of the physicality difference. At least from what I've seen in previous years from China. Turks is that player that you can rely on to be able to combo through and play pretty much anything when it comes to difficulty. And Van Wilder also one of those players that you expect to scale very well into harder maps as well. Satori having the accuracy, but in this case, maybe you would want to focus more on the combo to try and capitalize if any of misses from South Korea. And a long one here.
Yeah, like combo game for the most part. Actually, similar theory to what we had from Rice 5. Better accuracy, won't be able to neutralize any of the misses. Turks finding one. We're gonna see that theory at work again. Dresser manages to trade. It's a pretty sizable act drop as well, like dropping 2 full tents.
YZ as well.
And YZ. Yeah, YZ is gonna be helping China now.
Yeah, China in a bit of a lead early on with that accuracy advantage as well. At the same time, Turks does find a little slider break there, but it's a fairly clean one. 1,000 points, even less now as YZ trades it though.
And that was one heck of a trade, but this lead is still well within 1,500 points, 2,000 points.
Oh my god, they keep trading.
Here comes the trade.
Oh my god, they're keeping this one close, less than 1,000 points, but China looking like they very slightly have that accuracy lead still. Or maybe not, it might be flickering. It might be the same actually.
Yeah, we're looking at 99.5 average accuracies for both teams, but that pretty sizable drop from Van Wilder, dropping them to 99.3, puts the lead in South Korea's favor. And this is the biggest lead we've seen this entire chart.
Yeah, 4,000 points. Not much of a lead. Not very safe for South Korea, but they do have one at the very least. China now going to hope to hold on to their combos, try and hope for a mistake from South Korea because it's going to grow over time as long as this accuracy lead stays in their favor. The Koreans managing to get up to 99.62 for both of them.
Oh, it's just really a matter of who holds on to their combos at the second half of this chart. Like, yeah, sure, this is a consistency pick, but the patterns are going to be a bit harder. The reverse shields here in this section. Everyone has to be pretty wary here. Misses could easily come from this pattern.
Yeah, these are absolutely brutal. Like having to play almost like full inverse, but also worrying about these release timings and everyone going through it fine until Turks finds a bit of a drop towards the end. Not a big accuracy drop though, still with the highest accuracy in the lobby. So it's not going to increase the score lead that much. And YZ finding the miss.
Yeah, that sweeping, that double sweeping LN's not helping them. Dresser also finds a drop, but Turks manages to trade it. Pretty clean trade though. Not much accuracy drop from both of these players.
Oh, it's still
now
close.
Now the sizable combo coming from Van Wilder, it's gone.
Yeah, big drop from Van Wilder. That's going to give South Korea back the lead. It's still in touching distance, but China's going to have to hope for something quickly to happen from South Korea because we're very quickly approaching the end of the chart. Van Wilder finding another miss. Turks missing as well. Now the lead from South Korea is going to get really big.
Yeah, that full team reset coming from China on a few moments ago. Well, this helps South Korea gain more of this lead. Like, China needs a massive breakdown now from both Dresser and YZ if they want to score this point. There's one from Dresser, but that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like all they've gotten out of South Korea is just these individual misses. Oh, there's a big collapse. 3 players missing, and that benefits South Korea in the end. They are going to win another break point, 5-1 now.
Oh my gosh, insane ratio they're coming from YZ.
YZ seems to be the player for these LN picks. Really crushing it on these so far.
So now if you're South Korea, what are you going to be picking? Like,
I would pick Rice 1.
Rice 1?
Yeah, I mean, just straight up. I think Rice 1 fits what they've been winning on so far. It works out for them. I mean, they're not going to pick, like, Rice 3, for example. I think that's a bit too risky for them.
Yeah.
Rice 2 and Rice 6 maybe is a bit too comfortable for Team China. Like, those patterns, you don't want to give China any kind of comfort. So I reckon Rice 1 would be their best shot. The hybrids also they could look towards, but I don't think you want to be picking Hybrid 2 into an LN proficient team like China is.
Yeah, hybrids are pretty risky for South Korea, I think. Okay, so now we're gonna see Nightmare Invitation. They're avoiding Rice 1 for now.
We are gonna get another one of these Osu original songs though.
A pretty fun one by Abimayo.
Yeah, very dense chord stream. Lots of bracket patterns involving, and 195. This is the BPM of the fast chord stream picks a couple rounds ago.
Yeah. Now China has to sharpshoot on this chart. Like, they have to sharpshoot their ratio. Because if South Korea is picking this, I'm pretty sure South Korea is thinking like their accuracy should be very good. Like, good enough to beat China, who I presume is going to be pretty comfortable with this one as well.
Yeah, I mean, South Korea definitely you would expect to have good accuracy, good ratio on something like this, but when the patterns, well, when the timing at least, the snaps are very simple and straightforward, China can definitely keep up close enough. So that South Korea, I don't think they can afford too many mistakes on this one, despite them being the ones to pick it.
Now, time to see some intense bracketing action here on this winner's bracket match. And you were already seeing two 99.9s here from South Korea. Like, the only 99.7 from AF, making this pretty small difference as we enter now this super dense portion of the start.
Well, AF actually dropping accuracy quite a lot, down to 99.4. That's going to extend this lead. South Korea has managed to maintain their 99.9s for now.
Yeah, these big chords aren't really phasing them that much. Turks as well, just well within a 10 of both South Korean accuracies here. But AF needs to make the difference, but that's a pretty big miss coming from YZ. That's 2 full tenths. That will help reduce the lead for South Korea.
And yeah, you can see what I mean here. One miss was enough to completely negate this accuracy difference right now. Less than 1,000 points now in favor of South Korea, despite a large accuracy difference. And one more of those misses and China are definitely in the lead.
What I'm noticing right now, South Korea is gaining a bit. Like, it's slow, but they're gaining, but that gain is undone. YZ, that's a big drop. 99.67 for them now. Team China has the lead.
But accuracy is still in favor of South Korea. China are going to need to get their accuracies back up. AF in particular needs that accuracy to raise if they want to keep this one, or else it's going to go right back to South Korea. YZ still on 99.7, still beating out AF's accuracy despite the 2 misses.
And now the lead, well, yeah, sure, it's flickering, like we're still practically tied, but now, as YZ has been recovering their accuracy, the lead is back in the South Korean side of your screen.
Oh, and
AF fights a drop, that's not going to be helping them.
China needed those full combos to stay intact. 7,000 points, you can see how much that meant to China's lead. And now it is just going to grow, balloon up towards the end of the map. And I don't understand that score. 996. That
252 misses.
Wait, that's the highest score we've seen.
Yeah.
That beats out Rain Lily's Rise 3, I think, from yesterday.
Yeah.
The score V1 double S from Dressurf. Turks again with the full combo as well. Only 5 200s there, but team scores, accuracies in favor of South Korea.
That is crazy. Imagine beating a Core Jack score with a Chord Stream pick. 996. Well, unless if South Korea picks Rise 3, which as it stands, we might not be able to see. Considering that South Korea is in match point now.
Yeah, match point. China now have the next pick. Do they go? They're going with hybrid too. Okay, they're going with more of the technical hybrid. One that does have quite a few of these LN patterns that can be tricky, that they might be favored on, but of course also it is a hybrid, so they are going to need to try and navigate the Rise patterns as well, which South Korea have been so dominant on.
Yeah, this might be China's last-ditch effort to extend this one by a bit more. Like we've seen crazy stuff happen this weekend. I mean, not even an hour ago. We've seen some crazy stuff. Team China has the capability of doing that, but they gotta start here. Now, here comes one of the hardest starts in the regular pool. Not including the EX in the regular pool, obviously.
Yeah, very tricky hybrid this one is. We've seen a lot of misses happening from everyone, and we're going to be seeing Crusher coming in as well, Dressurf taking a break. But don't forget about the other players on South Korea. They haven't had a switch out yet, but all 4 of those players are very, very capable.
Yep. I mean, there's also Kalkai in the background, though I presume that they might be sitting this one out due to some keyboard issues. If for those who were not following Mania 7K news over the past few weekends.
Keyboard issues definitely can be fatal when your single misses we've seen decide a lot of these points in the past few matches. But good start for both teams in this one early on, especially for YZ, who holds that 99.88.
But still well within striking distance for Team China here. Like, Crusher's accuracy is already the lowest in this lobby. And now that's the first miss. Team China has a pretty slight lead, but they need to maintain these combos. YZ finding a drop as well. And now China has to pull ahead. They have to pull that score advantage more and more, but that miss coming from Turks is not going to be helping them.
Score is the accuracy is basically tied between the two teams. Turks finds it on this, that gives it over to South Korea, but less than 1,000 points still. So it's either way. Crusher does find a miss as well, all the way down below 99%.
That is not exactly an accuracy that you want in this pick. Like, considering that both of your opponents have 99s, but the accuracy difference is making this extremely close.
Oh, and those shields really messed up Crusher there as well. Dropping more accuracy down as well. It's only 4,000 points though. Feels like it should be more for China, but the accuracy from YZ is really pulling this score back.
Yeah, the YZ's accuracy is keeping this close, but the misses coming from Crusher is that's helping Team China. Like, both Chinese players have pretty much stabilized Van Wilder. On the other hand, like, pretty sizable combo. Like, right now, they just need to pull the score lead. But they still have this chart remaining. This is a pretty long pick. And now here comes the crazy LNs. Everyone doing very well.
I can't believe everyone hit those. That was perfect from all four players. No accuracy drops even to speak of there.
Yeah. And it was not even the friendliest transition to those score jacks as well. And everyone just nailed it.
Yeah, but this is getting close still. 5,000 points is not a safe lead. Especially with this much of the map remaining, still anything could happen.
Crusher has gained back 99%. And they have been slowly gaining. And Van Wilder finding a miss is going to be helping South Korea pull this... tighten this lead.
Oh, but it didn't change that much. That was a very clean miss. So only 4,000 points in favor of China. Still just one or two misses apart from being South Korea's point, but China managing to hold on so far through the last patterns.
This quarter of the chart is going to be pretty vital here for Team China. So far, so good for them though with these combos. But a miss coming from South Korea will be definitely helping them. That's not
miss from Van Wilder.
That's not the team that you want to miss though.
1,000 points only. This is so close. South Korea might be able to pull this back from accuracy, but no, it looks like the accuracy might be in favor of China by a little bit here.
Yeah, this is extremely close, but the lead is still... Actually, the lead is increasing a bit, and there you go.
Yeah.
Team China scores point number 2.
They get their second point. YZ, that was one slider break at the start of the map. 986k. These are such scary individual scores. But China holding on. They managed to win their second point. They just need 5 more in a row if they want to come back. Easier said than done. Yeah.
Now, if you're Team South Korea, I don't think Rise 6... Actually, Rise 6 might be an option.
I mean, they could. Rise 1, Rise 6.
Rise 1.
I know what I want them to pick. I know what I want them. I want them to pick Rise 3, but they won't. Rise 3 is, I think, the worst Rise pick for them to pick. But I like seeing funny ratios.
Oh, let's see what happens here. Well, there you go, Rise 1. We're going into the unknown.
I would say this is the best pick for South Korea that is remaining here. The one that is going to be very uncomfortable, you have to imagine, for some of the players on China.
Yeah. That artist name is such a classic. Also, this song is not related to a certain winter-themed movie. I don't know if anyone will get the reference.
I'm trying to think really hard right now. Yeah. I am unaware. That's all I'll say. 2 minutes long though, so this one's
an old movie though.
Maybe I just need to watch more movies, huh? Anyway, this one, 2 minutes long. Single misses are going to matter quite a lot. But I suspect we might be seeing more than single misses coming out here, though. This is a very hard one.
Yeah, like, this is not a pick where you'd expect some accuracy, I think. Like, full-on delay streams. Like, this is the cross of, like, a delay stream and a full-on dump. Like, the vocals here are charted as streams. Like, just to give you an idea what a dump is.
And these snappings are just, like, crazy fast as well with the patterning. And we can already see a bit of an accuracy lead for South Korea, somehow managing 99.7 on both of their players.
Yeah, we're seeing everyone carry themselves pretty well on what is effectively 290 BPM streaming. AF finding a drop to below 99%. And this lead is already pretty sizable. Again, this is a really short pick.
Already 17,000 points as both of the players in South Korea with a full combo. AF finding another miss. Turks also with a full combo on Team China. That's helping them out, but it's not looking to be enough by itself.
Yeah, we're seeing really, really intense scores here from three of these four players. YZ finding a drop.
Big slip there from YZ. Yeah, bigger accuracy drop coming with that down to 99.4, but still beating out AF, and AF finding repeated misses once again. This lead has not been dented enough. And what are you gonna do from a 99.72?
Yeah, like, that's a really commanding lead now for Team South Korea. My bad. Like, we're still seeing two full combos. Make that one. That's unfortunate.
Only the one full combo. 990k for Dressurf is gonna put this match to bed. 7-2. China with a good shot in there with a few of those maps, but South Korea showing why they're the #1 seed. They're locked in. Grand Finals match, top 2 for the Koreans. And China, they're gonna have to be sent down to face the Philippines, who just won their match earlier today.
What is that ratio from Dressurf? What is that full combo? And honestly, South Korea is just going to be one heck of a team to face in the hardest pool of this World Cup next weekend, as they always have been. It will definitely take something special from the other two teams in the top 3 to do something to dent this extremely strong team that you're seeing right now. And that also confirms our top 3.
Yeah, top 3 going to be South Korea, China, and the Philippines. In some order, yet to be determined, is going to be decided next week in the Grand Finals match. So make sure you stay tuned for that one next week.
Well, what else do we have to take note of? Well, for what may be the... Actually, no, it's not going to be the last time we're going to be saying this. Maybe the penultimate time. The OC Mania 7K World Cup 2025 team support banners are still up on the OC store if you want to support the teams, your country, your favorite player's country. It doesn't really matter. You can buy multiples of them. Buy multiple banners. If you want to make your profile long, please do so. If you want, like, you can buy multiples of the same country, multiple countries' banners. It doesn't really matter. If you just want to make it an inconvenience to scope your profile, sure, do so. The money that goes into these prizes will be helping the prize pool for the OSU Mania 7K World Cup. And if you happen to buy the winning team's banner, it will stay on your profile until the next edition of MWC 7K.
Okay, but that is going to be the second last of these streams that we'll have this week, of course. There is one more stream to be had. That is going to be the Grand Finals Map Pool Showcase, but we are going to have to wait a bit until that one. That's going to be in about 3.5 hours, I believe, at 16 UTC. So make sure you're back for that one. Going to be an exciting one for sure, as it always is. And we will have to see how hard those map pools get, because I'm definitely interested, especially with the EX pool in the mix.
Oh, I tell you, it's spicy. Like, I've seen some of it. I've seen some of the picks, and let's just say that the players are up for it. I just hope the players are up for the challenge, and I'm pretty sure they will be.
Well, make sure you stay tuned for that one then. 16 UTC, but that is going to conclude the matches for this week. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.